Now on to this. Former ANC President Jacob Zuma has been expelled from the party. In a leaked document, the ANC's National Disciplinary Committee found Zuma guilty of 2 charges of misconduct. The charges are in relation to the announcement Zuma made on the 16th of December last year that he would neither campaign nor vote for the ANC in the 2024 elections. Our senior politics reporter Ziyanda Ngcobo joins us in studio now to talk more about this. Ziyanda, good afternoon and thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Well, certainly a contentious issue within the ANC. The former president has now officially been expelled, but the document was leaked last night on social media. Do you think there has been, or what the reasons for such an outcome could have been, the intentions?
Well, I think that still needs to be communicated, and it's actually what we're going to discuss now, because it's exactly what the MK party's Newzroom was saying, that the former president has not been formally been told that he's been expelled from the organization. Now, we know that he's been given 21 days upon which to appeal such a decision. We're told that they only received the communication this morning, but the implications, of course, have been of his actions, which is he was being charged for misconduct for campaigning for another political party, is the fact that there is an admission within the ANC that the messaging of the former president ahead of the May 29th elections to say that I'm part of the ANC and that I've started this MK party to save the ANC, that it resonated with a lot of the electorate, hence such a high electoral achievement by the MK party. And this has also been echoed then by the Veterans League, including Mavuso Msimang, who we spoke to earlier.
Zuma decided that he was going to join another party, and they egregiously took the name of a very, very respected institution that was charged by the ANC in 1961 to continue the struggle when the ANC itself had been banned. It acquitted itself extremely well, and it was nicely wrapped up when the task had been accomplished, namely the enemy, the apartheid government, agreed to talk. And when negotiations started, the MK was nicely packed away. Now, to allow it to be revived, and the ANC is totally helpless to do anything about stopping this when they had the opportunity to do so, is the problem that we have. Yeah. You're talking about the leadership. The leadership should not have allowed this thing to be registered.
Now, Ziyanda, of course, like you mentioned, that the MK party spokesperson has come out to say that the former president was not aware, and of course now steps need to be taken going forward. What do we think the intention will be in terms of wanting to remain with the ANC? Like you mentioned, how the electorate sort of takes the MK as an ANC extension of some sort, and hence those numbers in putting them as the third largest or the largest opposition party in parliament.
Well, if the interview that I did with the former president is anything to go by, he believes that he'll die in the ANC, and that he was doing this in order to save the ANC. How that is as happening with, as you've said, you know, the MK party being the official opposition now in this new government of national unity in the 7th administration is yet to be seen. But certainly he's got 21 days. So within the next 21 days, perhaps we'll see an appeal of that decision. We know that he was insisting that he wants to have that meeting where he was held before the National Disciplinary Committee happen physically. But certainly, you know, this expulsion must be a huge blow for someone who, for all intents and purposes, his politics has always been within the liberation movement, and in particular, the ANC. So, Newzroom basically saying that they will be consulting their legal team and then take further steps.
Well, President Zuma obviously became aware of this document that was circulating in social media last night, and obviously the TV interviews that were done, he's aware. And then obviously again this morning, the letter that's now being backdated and signed by the chairperson of the NDC being sent, he's now aware of that as well. And, you know, President Zuma in this case will then make a decision as to how he goes about it. And we'll support him in that. Right now, he'll obviously have to mull over the actual document and take it from there and consult legal.
All right, Ziyanda, but just to close this off, do you think this was not expected by the former president?
I'm sure he expected it. And in fact, some within the ANC circles are saying that the leadership of the ANC took too long. There was a lot of debate within the organization on when to actually institute disciplinary action, especially because they were going into a hotly contested election. But knowing how popular the former president is, which was clearly evidenced with that 45% outcome in KwaZulu-Natal. So ever since that announcement on the 16th of December, there's been lots of debate about how to approach this, even with those various court cases, whether you're talking about the logo or even trying to have the MK party deregistered. There's been a lot of debate. So he definitely saw this coming. Whether or not and how he goes about his appeal will be something altogether.